Hello, Sunday, time for a chat, and for once I actually have some beer. This is the very first pour of the mango wheat that I did. Not Friday just gone, but the Friday before. Kegged this morning. I did 2 minutes at 30 psi rocking and left it at 16 psi since. It's only been a few hours in, so let's see a bit of taste. Your rum is nice, clean, not really yeasty or anything. Ooh, it's nice and cold. I was cold crashed yesterday down to 3 degrees, so it will be cold. Carbonation needs some work, obviously. I'll say it's only just very first glass. Initial thoughts, bit thin, but then it's not meant to be like a Nipah, but it's more like a summer drink, and summer drink in autumn, isn't it? I'm kind of a bit late to the show with this one. I know Matt Calaby did one this probably the beginning of the sort of mid-spring to late spring, in time for summerish. But yeah, it's light, it's clean. Bit of silkiness there from the wheat. Refreshing. Not bad at all. Not as much on the mango as I'd like. I'd like a bit more mango on it. But I thought I used mango chunks and pureed them myself in the blender. Mine used like 1.8 kilos because they come in 600 gram bags. I only got 3 bags. Should have got 4, but would it have been any better? Who knows? Well, it's 5.1%. Simple recipe, very simple. I'd use the raspberry wheat Bible recipe really. Hops were Challenger. And that's really it. Just let it drop down a little bit. I think started at 1.049, I think, was starting gravity. I let it down to about 1.03 odd. I put the mango in then, took another read in the next morning, it had dropped. So I thought, well, we'll leave it. Again, got down to 1.010, not double. It was it's either 1.010 or 1.009, if you know it. So it's around that. So 5.1, 5.2%. And I'm happy with that. It's nice to have beer back on. Ooh, it really is. It's cheaper as well, isn't it? Oh wow, I've just noticed now. John Chalice has died at age 79. Dropping like flies today, aren't they? John Chalice, you won't know, as Boise in Only Fools and Horses. So yeah, he's just died. It's just notification came up straight on the screen then. Greavesy died earlier today, or it was announced earlier today that Greavesy died, Jimmy Greaves. So cheers to you both, gentlemen. Both been in my lives, my childhood. So we'll move on from that to what are we brewing next. Now I got ready this morning. I say after I've kegged that, I then cleaned out my fermentation bucket and got prepped for a brew tomorrow. So tomorrow I was going to do a stout. I wanted to do a stout. I wanted to get a stout on the hand pull, just so I can enjoy these peanut butter pretzels more, right? I mean, they're getting down a bit. Let me show you. Yeah, I'm a bit snacky, aren't they? In fact, I'll have one now. I haven't had one for a couple of days. I'll have 2, you know. It's a shame. Don't want one going down solo, do you? You don't want to get lonely, so I'll have another one with it. Yeah. As much as they're going down quite well, I like to have something on the hand pull. Nice. A stout. Now, I was going to do a stout, as I say, but I have no roasted barley. How very remiss of me. How I managed to not have roasted barley, I don't know. So, I need to put an order in for some roasted barley. I had everything else. Absolutely everything else. I was going to use First Gold and stout. I've got Carafa 3. I've got chocolate malt. I don't know if I'm doing Carafa 3 in there. Anyway, no, that Carafa 3's gone in what I am going to do. So what I am brewing is an 8 shilling. I had everything for an 8 shilling, so I'm doing that. Yeah, I've got some usual, very much the same as exactly the recipe in the Bible. I'll get that on a handful, and I'm sure these will go really nice with it. Really nice. And then we'll get some roasted barley, and we'll get on and get the stout done. Because it's nice to have some beer on, isn't it? Oh, I don't know why I do it. I'll get 2 or 3 beers on, and then that's it. I'll stop brewing. I've got beers on. I don't need more beers. I do. I need to keep going. Yeah. Things at the fermentation fridge in the fermenter for a week if necessary until I have a free keg. Or do I buy another keg? Yeah. On to other things. Walking. Oh, it's actually really nice, this. Very nice and refreshing. As I say, a bit light on the mango, but I maybe should have dry hopped it. Dry hopped it with a touch of mosaic. I might do that another time. Might have another go at this. But it's quite nice. Yeah. Yeah, the walking. Been banging out some walks all week this week. Kids have been back at school, so I've been getting the old legs stretched, and I don't know, let me have a think. I think I did 5 miles on the Monday, 10 miles on the Tuesday, 3 or 4 miles, I think. No, how far was it on the Wednesday? Wednesday, I think, was another 5 miler. Thursday, I was going to do a big walk, but then I got a notification from DHL saying they had a parcel to deliver, and I wanted to be here for that one. And I was going to be sort of like 11 to 12, so I thought, bugger, I can't do a big walk. I was going to do like a 20 miler, but I didn't. So I did that was about 3 or 4 miles. Then Friday, I did a 10 miler, and Saturday with the family, we walked up a big hill. It's a local place called Busby Topping. It's only about 4 miles and 200, but it was like 4 miles there and back. Well, I don't think it was even that. I think it's maybe 3. It'd be 3.6 kilometres and an elevation of about 300 metres ish from top to bottom. So it's quite so it's quite a steep thing. But it was easy. It was a piece of piss. I was surprised how easy it was this year. I haven't done it for a few years. The last time I did it, I think Thomas was 3. 2. Excuse me. So it is carbonating. I think Thomas was 2 or 3, and I had to carry him most of the way there and the way back. So I have memories of it being a bit of a struggle. So this year, it took 20 minutes really to get up. Or it would have done if I didn't have to keep waiting for the missus. He's a bit slow. Thomas, who's ahead of me, if it had just been me and Thomas, I think we'd have done it in exactly 20 minutes, if not less. But we had to keep stopping. Lovely views up there. It's a cracking morning. Yeah, that's the walking and the football. Liverpool. Ooh. As it stands, they're top of the league because Man U haven't played, but they're playing well. They're playing very well. I watched the game yesterday afternoon. So once we came back from our walk, it was 3 o'clock kickoff. Watched that, and then watched the Everton game with my eldest. Although he kind of disappeared after half-time. I'm not sure why. Yeah, fantasy football's doing better for me. Now I've jumped. I was bottom in the old BrewTube Fantasy Football League, but I may drop back down again, but for the moment, I'm up to 30. Woohoo! Out of 31 people. So I'm happy with that. Admittedly, myself and my son, my eldest, we joined a week late. So we're a week behind everyone anyway, but yeah, I've jumped a place. But then the guy also who I've jumped, he was also joined the last week, a week later. So there's three of us that are obviously a week out of step of everyone. So we're never going to win anything. We're never going to get anywhere up. But we're catching up with Mr. Crew Wolf, Mark Warburton. Slowly creeping up on him. Hopefully we can pass him. Sorry, Mark. Don't mean to be mean about it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully passing you. I'd like to zoom up the charts. I'm just trying to catch my bloody son. He plays FIFA, you see, so he knows everything about all the players, everyone, and because he's constantly playing FIFA, he's got the cards and all. You know, they're doing that. And I know when I played FIFA, it's the same. You know about all the players, or Football Manager. You know about all the players and set their strengths and weaknesses, and who's doing what and when and that, and who plays for what. I don't play any of them now, so I might try and do Football Manager because I got a new Xbox Series X, the new one, the other day. I got it on with the All Access, so that you can you get the Game Pass and you pay over 24 months, and you have 2 years worth of Game Pass as well over those 24 months while you're paying for your Xbox and the Game Pass. About 32 quid, I think it is, a month. And that is mainly because I wanted to play a flight sim, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I had a quick go yesterday. I'm not getting the chance to go on it. That was the big parcel I was waiting for on the Thursday, and I've really not had a go on it. I really haven't had time. Although I've not been at work, I haven't had the fucking time because I have a 5-year-old son who's mad about Minecraft. And his Minecraft's on my account. Now I moved my old Xbox, into the dining room and connected it to the dining room TV for him to play on. But it's on my account, so I can't play anything if he's playing. It's really annoying. Yeah, so the first day it came, just doing the blooming updates and downloading stuff, and that's took day and a half to do all that. I mean, the flight simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's over 100 gigabytes to download. That's a lot of that's quite a lot of time, considering our download speed isn't the best. Even though I'm supposed to have fibre optic, and it's not to the house, it's obviously to your what do you call them, you know what I mean, the big green box you have outside in the street. Ours is must be about a quarter of a mile away, our box. So from there to our house, and then it's the copper line, telephone line basically, rather than fibre optic into the house, which would be nice. So we were supposed to get about 49.50, but we don't usually. Not with the wired. I have it wired round. I mean, it jumps about a bit, but this is whatever. I've jumped onto something random, haven't I? Talking about Xboxes. I'm going to have another one of these mango wheats, because you can't just have one thing, you know. You've got to have a couple just to see how well it is. So that was the very first one. I don't mind saying that wasn't too bad. That really wasn't too bad at all. It was nicer than I expected. Not as mango-y as I expected. It's really light. I know Matt Calaby did apricot was his favourite, and I can see, because apricot's quite a delicate flavour, I can see how that works really well with this. The mango is a big bolder flavour, and you're used to having it in like a Nipa. I mean, so you feel left a bit flat with it. Well, I am anyway at the moment. Maybe with more carbonation, it'll lift the flavours out a bit better, and when it warms up a bit, also, because as I say, it's about 3 degrees at the minute. If I left the glass to warm up, maybe. Yeah, so we're not getting much carbonation there at the minute, considering it's a wheat beer. But yeah, right, back to the the old Xbox Series X. So Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, when I was a kid, now this is going to be a circular thing because I'm going back to another person who died earlier this week, who was a big influence, a massive influence on me as a child, and that was Sir Clive Sinclair and the ZX Spectrum. I had a ZX Spectrum from, I think we got our one in about 83, Christmas of 83. I got a 16K ZX Spectrum. I'd been asking for one and asking for one and asking for one. I mean, we had the 16K, it wasn't the 48K that everyone had with all the games and all that, but yeah, anyway, I had the 16K. Then a bit later on, I got a 32K RAM pack to connect on the back, so I could play the bigger games. And when we did, see, my dad at the time, he was really, his whole life's been really into flying. He used to go hang gliding with my uncle. A place near us was a place called the Hall of Hawkham. You used to be able to go hang gliding off there. It's like it's a big ball, basically. It was where an ice flow during the Ice Age kind of stopped. So you had this all moraine debris round, and then it stopped, and then you had this big ball. So we used to jump off there. Well, my dad didn't. I'd have to be strapped to him, and I terror of heights anyway. I think that's where a lot of it comes from. My fucking dad chucking me up a fucking this running and jumping up this fucking cliff while me strapped to him, and we were just flying a fucking kite. Yeah, joy. But he always had a love of flying. He never really got to fly. And we had a flight simulator on Spectrum. We got, I can't remember what it's called. It's been bugging me for days, and I've got it somewhere. Still, that game, Ace. Anyway, they did one, and he would come into my bedroom to play on the Spectrum and be there for like 4 or 5 hours, just taking a plane. And because it was a Spectrum, all it had was like, it was a split screen, bottom green, top blue, and it was obviously like you'd have a little tilting and all that with the landscape. You had this little instrument panel, and you'd take off, go fly it, and land it again. Maybe see another little dot of a plane that you'd have to try and shoot down, and that was it. So he died when I was 15, so he never saw anything more than that. And I went on the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've had about an hour's go on it at most so far, and just doing the orientation, learning to do the banking and the turning and such, and how to view everything and instrumentation. And I was just like, wow, he would be so fucking blown away by this now. He really would. So that was just a little insight into what I've been doing this week. Not so much all about beer, is it? Quite a bit about other things this week. But yes, also beer as well. I mean, I look at the colour of that though. I do like the colour of that. It's a shame you don't get as much flavour as you do as colour. But then it would just be mango juice, wouldn't it? You just like, why don't you just go buy mango juice and put some vodka in it? Yeah, I want beer. And it tastes like a beer. It tastes like a wheat beer. You can taste the wheatiness. That may fade in a couple of days anyway. Yeah, so I thought I'd use my whole garden glass because it's as... I didn't want to use the big wheat beer glass. Because I do like these glasses. It's one of the reasons we used to drink this was because the glasses... Oh, I've just seen Benrahma scored against Man U. Yes. I haven't got in mind fancy football, but if it means Ronaldo doesn't score, yes. I think I have Shaw left to play, and that's about it on my fantasy football. Alright, so when I used to go Bahor Gardens, when I used to do moss picking. When I was doing travelling around the UK, I used to pick moss in North Wales and in Scotland, working for a company. We were based in Wales, a place called Betws-y-Choe, near Llanrwst, which isn't far from Llandudno. And in Betws-y-Choe, there was a pub there in the middle of the town that we all used to go to. And they had Hoegaarden and Leffe on tap. Now the Leffe and the Hoegaarden were quite expensive, but the girls didn't know about the pint glasses, that the measure was somewhere here. So they used to fill them up. So we used to get Hogarden and we'd be there going, yes, we've got 1/8 of a pint extra. Whoa! Stiffing it to the man, kind of thing. So we drink a lot of Hogarden then. So I always like these glasses. Anyway, that's enough. I've probably waffled as much crap as I possibly can. And if the Man U game started, I want to go watch that myself. So, if you got this far, it's quite a long one, isn't it? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.